My name is Jonathan Lyles. I'm a marketing rep and consultant for a medical supply distributor. Before I got hurt, before both injuries, I played a lot of sports. I tried to play basketball a few times a week, go to the gym 4 or 5 days a week. Being active and I guess healthy is very important to me. I guess because I want to be able to continue to play sports the later in life I get, so I figure my best shot is the healthier I am, then I have a better shot of being able to be more involved in sports as I get older. I was actually playing basketball at church one night after Bible study and just kind of went up for a rebound and came down, nothing out of the ordinary, and just when I landed my knee kind of twisted and popped and got up, and after a few minutes everybody had kind of heard it pop, but I got up and no pain really, no swelling, it just kind of felt a little loose, and started to play a little bit again, and then just kind of realized that something wasn't quite right, so I gave it a break, and then was just really sore the next day and went to a kind of an urgent care to see what was going on. The majority of people, whenever they talk about ACL, just talk about how much pain and agony they're in as soon as it happens, and I never really felt any of that. So it was kind of a shock when I realized that that's what it was. And then I didn't have to have surgery, but if I didn't, then it probably wasn't a very good idea to continue playing sports. And so at that point, it wasn't really an option because sports is just such a big part of what I like to do. And so, you know, opted to have the surgery, and then just wanted to make the best, you know, be very diligent as far as the physical therapy goes every day, and make sure that I wanted to not only come back as quick as I could, but make sure that, you know, it was stronger than it was beforehand. Probably the hardest part of the recovery was the first few weeks, because just the fact of losing all of that function of my quad, and just for, you know, I've never experienced something like that before. You know, I remember the first day getting that I could actually take a shower. I had to, you know, literally get my dad to help push my leg into the shower, because raising up on the crutches, I had no control. When I took the brace off, it's just kind of like a noodle, like my knee, and there's nothing there. It was kind of really difficult physically and mentally. The second injury, after ACL and getting released, after I think it was about 6 months after surgery, I started back playing softball and golf and stuff like that, and I decided to wait longer to start back playing basketball because of all the cutting motions and all of that. And so I waited about 11 months. About the third weekend, just kind of went up and for a layup and turn, and as I was walking or running back down the other end of the court, something felt off, like my knee. I tried to straighten it out, like it felt like it wanted to pop, but it wouldn't, like something was hung up. And so at that point, I was just hoping that it wasn't anything serious, and it ended up being a lot more serious than I thought it was going to be. My ACL surgery was December 30th of 2011, and my meniscus surgery was December 31st of 2012, so exactly a year and a day apart. With both injuries kind of being freak accident type things, it's kind of at that point now where, you know, I've been told by, you know, a couple of people that, hey, you might want to stick to some other sports and leave basketball alone, because, you know, you're going to risk getting hurt, which is true, but it's kind of difficult weighing that option, because I love to play so much. Yeah, I'm glad I did the surgery, because in the long term it'll pay off, and I won't have to live with the pain that I would have had. And yeah, in the long term I'll be glad. The short term is not that great because of all the work and stuff that you have to put into it, but in the long term the benefit will outweigh the cost. As far as outpatient, the check-in process and stuff was very easy and very simple. It was very quick and straightforward. I think in both surgeries, actually, from the moment that I checked in, it wasn't more than maybe 10 or 15 minutes before the nurse came out and called me back and started, you know, prepping me and all that stuff. So, I mean, I appreciate everything that everybody from the hospital to the physical therapy department has done.